Royal Picture icing is a great alternative to mixing meringue powder and confectioner's sugar because the work's already done for you. It requires no sifting and you'll be very pleased with the results every time. This handy 1-pound bag comes with easy to follow directions right on the front of the bag. Once you get the bag open, pour it into a clean bowl. Make sure your bowl is completely oil-free, as this would ruin the icing. Now it's time to decide what kind of liquid you're going to use. You could use water, which is what the package recommends, or you could also use fresh lemon juice or fresh orange juice, as long as there's no oil. You could also use, like I am today, maraschino cherry juice. I like to use cherry juice when I'm making pink or red icing. Besides giving it a great flavor, it also takes the icing to a nice pink, so I don't need to add as much red food coloring later on. Now it's time to start mixing. You can use a freestanding mixer like I am. You can mix with an electric mixer, or this icing is so nice you can even mix it by hand. You want to start adding the liquid a little bit at a time. Get the mixer going and then start slowly adding the liquid. When you have about half the liquid in, go ahead and add some flavoring. Because I'm using the cherry juice, I'm using almond flavoring in my icing. The base consistency recipe gives you icing that would be perfect for piping, but because I'm going to make flow consistency icing, I've got a little bit more work to do. I'm going to thin my icing to a flow consistency and then put it in a squeeze bottle. I do this by adding a little bit of water at a time, just a few drops, and then stirring and watching the consistency. I continue to add water and stir until I've got the icing just where I want it. Here's the consistency I'm looking for. Thin enough to spread out on the cookie, but not runny. Keep in mind, if you do get your icing too wet, you can always add confectioner's sugar and thicken it up just a little bit. Now I'm ready to put my icing into my squeeze bottles, which can be kind of a challenge given the size of the opening on that bottle. What I like to do is take a pastry bag, put a paper clip on the end, fold the top of the pastry bag over, and set it gently into a glass. Then I can pour my icing into the pastry bag. Just remove the clip and gently squeeze the icing neatly into the squeeze bottle. Remember, there's no oil in this icing, so everything's an easy cleanup. Now I'm ready to go. With the Royal Picture icing mix in my handy squeeze bottle, decorating cookies is a snap.